What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Live Simply Live Well. It's your girl Marie here, and first and foremost, of course, thank you for each and every one of you. I feel badly that I can't comment on everyone's. It's not that I'm ignoring your comment at all. Honestly, there's just so many that it's really hard for me to keep up. I feel like I need somebody else that can help with this. I'm doing my best, but please know that it's not you, it's me, really and truly. But in today's video, I thought I would finally share my skincare routine. I am back home after being on a 10-hour flight from Rome back to Toronto. And I didn't really have all of my products with me. I wanted to keep it, pretty scaled down and simple, but we need a little RX on the skin. We need a little something. We need to get back into it. So I'm going to show you my routine. Once again, it's not earth-shattering. It's not anything complicated, but I think that's probably part of the reason why we are able to, maintain things. The simpler, the better. Less is more. I think the less fussing and all of that you're doing with your skin, the better. So, without further ado, as they say, let's get started. Okay, so first and foremost is cleansing. Now, I still have a bit of makeup on from the day. We kept it light. I wore a hat today because the hair needed some help. It was just we could not go outside with the way my hair was looking. So I'm doing a little hot oil treatment, deep condition, just to bring some life back to my hair. But in any event, I still have some makeup on, so I'm gonna take that off. Now, I was trying to figure out how to best to deliver this information, so I'm gonna, just go through my routine, but just drop in some tidbits along the way. My skin is pretty balanced. I'm very grateful for that. I think it's kind of been that way, balanced or combination, I guess you could say. So for me, I prefer to use a cleansing oil. Now, I'm gonna be fully transparent. Most of the products that I use are from the brand Beautycounter, which I mentioned previously in my last makeup video, Honest Beauty, and I also like the brand Biossance, Biossance. Just based on some skin issues that I had, a couple years ago, I went ham on just like making sure that I'm only putting like clean, non-toxic stuff or very low toxic stuff on my skin because the flare-ups were not friendly, okay? Not friendly. So I'm using, and don't laugh, but these were samplers that I had from Beautycounter of their cleansing oil, which is the from the Countertime line, which is if you have balanced skin. I recommend a cleansing oil to remove your makeup first. Some people like to double cleanse, which if you wear a lot of makeup, a lot of foundation and stuff, yes, I think that is a very good idea to do. In the mornings, I tend to use their, this is their coconut cream cleanser. It's super lightweight. You literally just need like a drop just in your palm, over your face. It just kind of glides on so you're not manipulating your skin too much. And that's what I use in the morning. Now, because I ran out of the bottle of cleansing oil and was using the samplers, I also am using the, we need glasses, Marie, foaming cleanser. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, ooh, foaming cleanser, that's usually what you would use or recommend if you have oilier skin. But this one is from the Counter Match line, which is for people that have mature skin, drier skin. And as you age and go through menopause, you might find that your skin's a little bit drier. So typically you want to use a product that is more hydrating, maybe even oil-based, so you have that moisture retention. But this gel cleanser, foaming gel cleanser, I find doesn't even dry my skin. I took this on vacation with me in a small little thing, and it worked great. So if you have oily skin, again, go for a gel cleanser. I wouldn't really recommend a gel cleanser if you have dry skin, because I feel like it's just going to dry your skin even more or give you that dry feeling and feel like your skin is just stripped of moisture. So if you have drier skin, a cream cleanser I would recommend, just so you can retain some moisture. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my makeup. Y'all don't need to see me wash this off because we all know how that is done, and I will be back. Okay, y'all, so I'm back with a clean face using the cleansing oil. Now, as I was washing my face, the thought about micellar water came to mind, and that is another good option. It's good for removing eye makeup especially. The other thing I love about micellar water is that if you are applying your makeup and you make a boo-boo, you can dip like the end of a Q-tip in it and then just gently like twist or use it to remove your makeup. It's the easier way to do it without having to take it all off or, you know, try to cover it up with a sponge. So micellar water is another product that I recommend for makeup removal. But then you'd want to use a cleanser after that. So some people just use a makeup remover and think that's all you need to do. You should cleanse if you're using a makeup remover. If you're using a cleansing oil, that might be enough for you, but if you've worn a lot of makeup, you might have to do a double cleanse with another cleanser. So this is me fresh-faced. Now, the things that I'm working on with my skin are trying to even out the skin tone on my forehead. Honestly, it's probably from the sun, but we still have, you know, some light wrinkles that we're working on. But the next thing that I do usually would, sometimes I would use a toner, and a toner is a good way to remove any extra or excess or any lingering makeup that you might have on your skin. Just kind of like a second round of just making sure that you've gotten all your makeup off. When I wash my face, I use these microfiber towels to dry my face. I find they're a lot more gentler on the skin than just a regular washcloth. So that is also something to keep in mind, unless you're somebody that maybe uses the cleansing wipes. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of those. I don't know how biodegradable they are, but I just prefer to rinse and then use this to dry my face. So now, excuse me, now that I've taken off my makeup, I'm going to go ahead and use an exfoliator, which I have not used for the last 5 weeks. Yes, exfoliator is good to just remove any dead skin cells that are, you know, floating around there. It also helps to clear the skin, so when you put your serums and stuff on, they'll better soak into your skin, absorb into your skin a lot better. So the one that I'm currently using, hold please. Oops, is this one by Honest Beauty. Now this is a powder exfoliator, and that's the one thing that you have to be careful of with exfoliators, because they can have like harsh bits in there that could just kind of damage your skin, slightly scrape your skin. So back in the day, you know how they used to talk about jojoba beads? That's good. Some exfoliators have like crushed walnut shells in it. You want something that's got a gentle scrubby thing in it. This one is powder, so I just pour a little bit into my hand, add a little bit of water, and then just apply it, and then just scrub. The other thing that I have here is like an AHA mask, but it does have like a little, like you put on the mask and then once it's dried, it's got kind of like an exfoliator in it. So when you're ready to rinse off, you can really massage it in as you are rinsing off. So yes, as far as exfoliating is concerned, if you have oily skin, I'd only recommend once, maybe twice a week, because if you over exfoliate or exfoliate too much, it can cause the overproduction of oil and just make you more oilier, which nobody wants that when you have oily skin to begin with. Other than that, if your skin's pretty normal, you could just like maybe do 2 to 3 times a week. But it's always good to do it at least once so that you are not getting a buildup of dead skin cells. When you're out in the environment every day, there's a lot of toxins and things that are just coming at you that you can't control, so you want to make sure that you are removing that and having as fresh and clean skin as possible. Again, so once you put your serums and moisturizers on, they are going to absorb better into your skin, which means then they're going to actually work better for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little exfoliator going, and I will be back. Okay, so now that I have exfoliated my skin, I'm going to do a mask because again, I was away for 5 weeks and I think I did one mask when I was in Paris. I bought a mask at some little pharmacy there, but I don't have it with me currently. So I'm gonna just use Beautycounter's charcoal facial mask, and really a facial mask is just to help draw out any impurities. But once again, if you are on the drier side, you want to look for a hydrating mask as well to give you that added moisture to your skin. And they don't have to be, honestly, like the products that I use, well, they're not like $300 or anything like that. You know, we try to keep it at affordable prices. Beautycounter stuff is a little bit up there, but nothing's really over $100. But I think the thing to do is to invest in your skincare versus your makeup, because when you have good skin, that's a nice foundation, a base that you're probably going to need less makeup. So if you want to know where to put your money into quality skincare. But again, we're not talking about like a $300, you know, moisturizer. I've seen moisturizers like $600, and I'm like, for what? I could buy like a whole skincare line for $600. That's clean. And I know it doesn't have any toxins that's gonna like do harm to me and my hormones. So just thought I'd throw that in there. But to do my, to apply my mask, this is actually an old foundation brush that I got when I used to work at MAC. But it works just as well. And I do everything, under the nose, the mustache area, everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And this is something that for masks, I think once a week is fine. But again, you know, everyone's skin is different. So if you feel like your skin needs a little extra something, a little extra boost, a little extra cleansing, then, you know, do it a couple times a week. But you can make Sunday like your skincare reset day and just, you know, do a nice little facial where you do all the steps and you have a nice cup of tea and you relax and just do something nice for yourself to get yourself ready for the week and to give your skin a break as well. I try to do like no makeup on Sundays if I'm in the house. You know, your skin needs to breathe too, so that's why I don't wear like a heavy foundation or anything like that. I just try to keep it light so that you can still see my skin through it, and you know, it's not gonna like build up and clog pores and cause breakouts and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to apply this and I'll be right back. The thing about this mask too is that it dries pretty darn quickly, so by the time I'm like finished putting it on, it's like dry already, which is good if you're in a hurry and don't have a lot of time. So I shall be back. I'll show you what it looks like once it's on. So I just, like, it took me like a minute maybe to put this on, and look how it's already drying. So just a thin layer. I come right down a little bit onto my neck as well. I've got some, what did my dad call them? The black peppers? When you get the scarring from blemishes, if you're a woman of color, darker skin tone, you'll know what that's like when you get bitten by a mosquito and scrapes and scratches. Yeah, you're left with some scarring. The other thing I forgot to mention about masks are there are sleeping masks as well. Now obviously they don't dry like this. They're more of like a cream or moisturizer texture to it. But you can put those on and sleep with it on and then just rinse off in the morning. It kind of just absorbs into your skin like a moisturizer, but it is a mask. And you can sleep with those as well. So that's another option if you don't have time to sit and wait for like this type of mask to use. So yes, that is another option for you. So I'm gonna let this dry, and this one has kind of like a tingly kind of feeling, like a mint. It has like a hint of mint. Yes, that rhymed. A hint of mint, but it has a light tingle to it as well. So, but look how fast, just me talking, and you can see how fast this mask works. So this is Beautycounter's mask. And as I mentioned before in my last video, they're going to be having like what they're calling an in-between sale in November. So if anything that I've mentioned that you are intrigued or curious about trying, you know, I will, as soon as I have the information, I'll plop it in a video, and you're more than welcome to try some of their products out. I just love them because they're totally clean. They, how many ingredients? It's like 3,000 or so, 3,200 ingredients that are like toxic, bad ingredients that are banned. They test their products like over and over and over again. And one thing I found out, which was quite scary, is that a lot of these brands, like, you don't have to test your products before you put them on the market. You do not have to test them for safety. There's no regulation or law that says you must test your products for safety before you put them out on the market. That's pretty darn scary to me, because you just never know. It's like, oh, let's just put it out there and hope for the best and see what happens. No, at least with Beautycounter and like Biosynth and stuff, they at least test their products rigorously and make sure there's no harmful ingredients in them, because these ingredients, when I tell you, like, I just feel like people don't understand how toxic a lot of the products out there are and the damage that it is doing to you silently. So if you're going through menopause, one of the biggest things that you can do is to, or the best things that you could do, is to lower your toxin load. Sure, there are toxins that you can't, you know, avoid, don't have any control over, like, you know, outdoor car exhaust, the smell of pavement, you know, like fresh pavement, you know what I mean? There's just so much stuff outside that we can't control. But you can control what you put on your skin. You can control what you put in your body. So I'm telling you, it's the toxins. It's the toxins. And toxins are also those things that help speed up the aging process. Yes. So we're talking toxins in your beauty care, like your beauty products, your personal care products, food, the clothes that you wear, the stuff that's in your home, like your paint, the fabric that your sofa is made out of, candles, like all kinds of things. They're everywhere. So just letting you know, So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry off, and I will be back once I rinsed it off and move on to the next step in my routine. I have now rinsed off the mask, and I'm gonna do a little dermaplaning. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion. Some estheticians out there might come for me, but again, this is what I do. I don't dermaplane every night, obviously, but I was away again for 5 weeks, and you know, we need to just do a little dermaplaning to smooth things off. You want to be very careful. Like, if you're not comfortable doing this, don't do it. Don't do it. You need to know what you're doing. You can dermaplane with some oil for a little extra slip, or you could do it dry skin. We've all seen these tools, I'm sure. Now, a lot of people say that you should toss it once you use it, like only use it once, toss it and get a new one the next time you're gonna do it. I also have heard that you can just spray it with like alcohol to cleanse it, and you're good to go. I mean, I don't use these that often, maybe once every couple of weeks or so, maybe, but I use it to just to smooth off my skin. So again, when I put on my serum and my moisturizer after, it's going to like penetrate my skin a lot better. So with this, I just do it on an angle, and I go very gently. I go like right where my hairline is here, and just little strokes. Once again though, if you don't feel comfortable, if you think you might, you know, cut yourself, then don't do it. Hold your skin taut, go in one direction. And just hold it on an angle. Now I have my little chin hairs, which is really annoying. And when I was talking about the black dots, if you can see that there, and here. So hair still likes to sprout right out of there, and I usually tweeze them, which probably is not the best thing to do, but It's like that hands and head syndrome, like once I feel it, I need to get rid of it. Going in the reverse direction. I can just hear the estheticians now. Girl, what are you doing? But it just scrapes off like a layer. It doesn't like feel, you don't feel any pain, at least I don't. And I just use it. It really smooths your skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up because we don't need to be watching me doing this. I'm gonna finish this up and I'll be right back. So that is all done, my little dermaplaning. Once again, only do if you feel comfortable doing it, and just be gentle and take your time with it. But boy, your skin will feel a lot smoother. And again, you can use like an oil for a little bit of slip, or you can just do it dry like I did. Now, next I'm gonna put on some serum because I was on a flight for 10 hours last night. I'm telling you, my hair, there is absolutely zero humidity. My hair just felt so dry, so I can only imagine my skin. So I'm using the Countermatch Moisture Serum, but any hydrating serum will do if you need a little extra moisture. Just really make sure that you look at the ingredients and make sure that it is clean. I'm gonna do a video soon on the apps that I use to scan to make sure that the products that I'm considering buying are clean and not toxic. So with this, if I didn't do, what is happening here? Are we out? We may be empty. Is this empty? Hold please. Boy, I really need to replenish like a lot of products, it seems. Anyway, I'm just using this serum here. This is a good time. I'm using this one versus a vitamin C serum because I just, you know, was on the face with the Dermaplaner. So yeah, it's probably not gonna feel the greatest, but I'm using this serum. I probably put too much on. We go up the neck because people were commenting about her neck. Her neck. You cannot forget your neck. Go up because remember, our blood circulates through our body from our feet upwards towards our heart. I work on the 11s, which is if you're doing this, those are the 11s. So just massage up and here. And that's kind of it. And just press in the rest. So we're getting a little bit of a glow on here. And the final, well, second and final step in my skincare routine, which most of this was a little extra because my skin needed a little bit of work after being away for 5 weeks and being on a 10-hour flight. The only thing that I wouldn't do daily is the mask and the exfoliator. But as far as the cleansing oil, cleanser, serum, and moisturizer, those are like the daily and the nightly things. So let me grab my moisturizer. This one is by the brand Biosense. This is their Squalene Omega Repair Cream, which is supposed to be deeply moisturizing. This is a little travel size one, and that's just another tip too. Like any samples that you get, if you go to Sephora or Ulta or any major department store, keep those samples. Or just go and ask for samples before you go on a trip so you don't have to decant anything into little, you know, travel size containers and stuff like that. This was part of a 2-piece set that I got with points at Sephora. There's an eye cream and the moisturizer. So we're just going to dip, dip, dab Yes, I even put some on my neck. And then, again, work our way up. You can go across your décolleté, because this right here, this area right here is a telltale sign of your aging. I have seen people, celebrities, that their faces are like, snatched, but down here, down, honey, we can tell you've had work. So again, I've got my lines on my forehead, so I just kind of massage my face like this in hopes of them magically disappearing. And then I always go up this way under my cheekbones. And then I'll even do like a little here, because this is, you know, when your skin starts to fall, you get the folds here. So I just gently do a little thing like this. You can do this. If you don't have a gua sha, which I need to get a new one because mine broke, you could do it on the cheeks as well, just with your fingers like this, and just come up along your cheekbones. And that is moisturizer. Now one last thing not one last thing, I know I said this before, but another thing that I'm gonna put on, I never used to be into eye creams, but I'm like, you know, the skin on your eyes is the thinnest on your face, so you really need to be gentle and not be manhandling or brush handling your eyes. So I'm gonna put a little bit on. And again, this is the second part. This was this came in the 2-piece thing with the BioSense for 300 points, 300 Sephora points. This has also got squalene in it. Squalene Marine Algae Eye Cream. So I don't know why they always say like your ring finger is what you should use to apply your, you know, I just feel like you can control the pressure yourself. And then I just sweep upwards, up and out, making sure to get the area, the corners of the eyes where your crow's feet would naturally come in. And then I go on to my eyelid. So up and out, gently, and then like a rainbow over the eye area. Oh yeah, as I'm doing this, I'm realizing one more step. It's a lot of steps, wasn't it? But this is what we do to maintain. Now, of course, it won't take you that long, or as long. I'm just talking and going through everything with you. So yes, that's why it's taking a little bit longer. But that is eye cream. Done. Next step. Remember how I said my eyebrows have blonde hairs and they've thinned out since I hit menopause? Even my eyelashes have the odd blonde one in there. I don't know why they're there, how they're there. I've lost pigment somehow, and I don't know if that's just a hormonal thing, but we're working on that naturally. Hold please, I need to get the castor oil. Be right back. So I'm just using some castor oil. I don't know what brand this is. Naka Platinum Pure Castor Oil. You want to make sure your castor oil is in a dark bottle like this. You want to make sure that it's hexane free. Organic would be a good option, and you don't need a lot. I have like, you can't even see it. Not very much, so usually I will just dab onto my ring finger and just go into my eyebrows. Now I need to start being more consistent with this again, because we were seeing some progress, but again, you can't take everything with you when you're traveling. I brought some and then I ran out. So just give it a good massage in. You could also, after you've applied it, you can take a spoolie brush from a mascara wand, like if you have an old mascara that you're getting rid of. you can take the spoolie brush and just kind of brush it through, but I just like to massage it in well. And then I take a little bit also and just go across my lashes. And I'd rather do this. I only do it at night though, because I don't want to do this and then apply mascara. That makes no sense. And just really try to get into the lash line. And it doesn't require a lot of product. It's good. Castor oil is so good for so many things. I've got some in my hair. And then I just take the excess and just put it somewhere like on my legs or something like that. And then, last but not least, finally, is my little Ilia blue light blocker spray. Setting mist, refresher. Let that soak in, and that is it. So this is what I do. Again, you know, there's just a few extra steps in here that I would do maybe weekly, like the mask, the exfoliator, I would do 2 to 3 times a week for my skin type. Again, if you're oily, you probably only want to do it once a week. A mask is a great way to add hydration into your skin if your skin is on the drier side. But there's also ones that you could use for oilier. The main thing that you want to look for are the ingredients. You don't want any parabens in it. You don't want any sulfates in your products. Parabens are the preservatives. You just want to make sure the products are clean. And I know even those products out there that say that they're clean, some are not really as clean as they say they are. So I'm going to work on the video just to tell you the apps that I use, which was the game changer for me, like almost a lifesaver for me, so that I could feel good about what I'm spending my money on and knowing that I'm not wreaking havoc on my hormones, that I'm not adding toxins to my system. And that's just a healthier, cleaner option, because these toxins are cancer causing. They can wreck your hormones and cause asthma, fertility issues, all kinds of things. But nobody really tells you these things. I'm telling you. If you've not yet hit perimenopause, this is the time to lower your toxin load. I mean, I'll go into it in a different video so I don't get too off course, because I can talk about this all day long. But that's what you really want to focus on, is lowering your toxin load. So I think that is it that I have to report in this video on my skincare routine. Again, my daytime, nighttime routine is pretty much the same. I still use a cleanser, a serum, and a moisturizer. Those are the main 3 things that I use daily. And then during the week, I'll do an exfoliator and then add in a mask, usually just once a week for extra cleansing, cleaning out the pores, and getting my skin ready for the next week. And plus, when you do all of that and maintain your skincare routine and clean out your pores and all of that more often, whatever products that you're using are actually going to do the job that you bought them to do. So that is it. That's all. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you want me to do a video on something else, skincare related. I will try to link some other products besides the brands that I use. Please be patient with me, because finding these products and doing the links and all of that, that takes time. If you don't have a YouTube channel and you just watch YouTube, it's the links that takes time. So I will do my best though, but like I said, I just keep it simple. I use just a couple of brands. I don't have a big collection of things. I feel like that's wasteful. I understand if they get sent to you by brands and stuff, but honestly, just keep it simple. Keep it simple, sister. So until the next time, of course, thanks for watching.